Also, the other thing that'll screw you up is memorization. And I can guarantee you, just saw you, hi, how you doing? I can guarantee you that if you start memorizing way ahead of time before you need to, before I suggest you to, you're also going to get screwed up. But people still are stubborn about that. They really truly believe that if they memorize that they'll be better. But the weird thing about memorization is that how many times have you actually been absolutely sure you audition in the waiting room, you know the words, and then you go in there and like a third of the way through the read, it's like you start fighting for it, and you get too stubborn to look at the words because God damn it, you know it. So what we see is this conflict going on, and you've totally dropped out of the moment, and we totally lose interest in you. Totally. Okay? So part of being able to audition well is learning how to use the cue card. And I know some of you are going, oh, well, I'm good at it. Now, I'm telling you, it will screw you up every time. I had this is the main issue the first night of every single class I have, is that people think I'm talking to somebody else about that issue.
What if you have the copy ahead of time?
Fine, but the thing is that if you have it ahead of time, it gives you more. But what happens is the very moment that you don't know the line, don't fight for it. Just look at the cue card. Just glance over it. The problem people have is that even if they have it memorized, they might still go up at a certain place, because what happens when you memorize copy, you're in a very cloistered environment. You are by yourself against the wall, quiet, no distractions. The moment you walk into a room and a camera's pointing at you, and people are sitting there on the phone or writing notes, it's so easy to get distracted. And the moment you get distracted, you sort of forget what you're saying. So if you haven't memorized, okay, great, but do not hesitate for that long to look at the cue cards if you need it. And in that case too, what you do when you walk in the room, you look at the cue cards, you get acquainted with them in case you need them. It's just a backup. I'm not saying you have to use them, but the very millisecond that you are not sure, look. That's all, okay? Did I answer that?